Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy. So fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Durant and Green are the forwards. Klay Thompson is out there with Cook, and it's Jones in at the center, filling out the middle. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. DeRozan's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Spurs. Here is Cook. Pass to Durant. And the call will be against Lamarcus Aldridge. That's his first foul.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Now here's Thompson. He's guarded closely. From past the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. Pulls it up. Draymond Green grabs the miss. And so Green will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as the favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
Here's White. Softly drops in the floater. White's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Green passes to Durant. The 17-footer goes down. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Kevin Durant's form, his release point, everything about his stroke is really impeccable.
Aldridge kicks to White. Pass to DeRozan, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Here's White. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Durant with the steal.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
White the pass to DeRozan. Aldridge with it, defended by Durant. Here's White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
Here's DeRozan, and off the front iron, and in it goes.
Well, that basket's all about the handle of DeMar DeRozan. He's worked hard to be able to navigate space.
Outside Durant. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Thompson. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I think you have to appreciate the versatility of Klay Thompson's game. This guy not just an outside shooter now. He can get near the rack.
DeRozan finds Aldridge. And there's the pass to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. And he makes good on the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Thompson. Lets it go from the wing. That shot off the mark. And the Spurs going the other way now. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Now White. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. From deep. Green with the rebound. Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Doris with DeRozan, when he's on with his shot, he's one of the great scorers in the NBA.
No question, Kevin. He exploded for 52 points in a game last season. This guy can score from anywhere on the floor when he's dialed in. Boy, there are nights you just have no answer for him.
Spurs working the ball around now. Forbes can't get it to go. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 2, drops in the tray.
I think you pay the consequences if you leave Draymond Green's teammates open. He has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
And White kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Aldridge. He dishes it to Cunningham. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Warriors on D. Outside Aldridge. Kicks to Forbes. 5 to shoot. Rejected by Jones, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Just 3 to shoot. Aldridge's shot is good. Thompson with it. He's got 5. He kicks it to Green. The dish to Cook. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's DeRozan. Lays it up off the glass. DeRozan's got 6. Here is Durant. 32 points for him last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
Cook looking it over. Outside Green. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Lamarcus Aldridge. Spurs leading by 4. Outside White. And DeRozan kicks to Aldridge. Dishes it to Cunningham. Knocked loose. Over Green. The rebound by Cook.
And defensively moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Big bodies and soft hands. Well, that's what these guys possess. The top assisting centers and power forwards this year. Number 1, Draymond Green.
You think of some of the great passing big men over the years, and they are some of the best players ever. I mean, period. I'm sure that's not lost on him.
And DeRozan kicks to White. Pass to Cunningham. Aldridge with it. Outside White. The pass to Forbes. 6 to shoot, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Cunningham. Belinelli comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Mills in for Derek White. Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Jones. Jerebko comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Quinn Cook. Here's Mills. Drops one in from the wing. And the Spurs lead by 6. The Spurs come into this one following a loss to Los Angeles.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Right. There has to be some sort of consistent effort to generate quality shots. It seemed to me they thought they were going to come easily. Well, you just wonder if maybe he should take it inside when they're playing so far off him. You know, in this era of the Golden State Warriors, it's easy to forget the lean years. Prior to this 6-year run, guys, the last time they had made it to the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons, 1952.
Gay can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 6. Livingston looking for the opening. Durant wide open. He fires from beyond the arc and then some. Durant's got 7 points. And Doris, the Warriors' 6-year playoff run tying their record set in the first 6 years of the franchise's existence.
That's when they were playing back in Philadelphia. And just to give you a little more context, only 3 of those seasons did they have a winning record. Make no mistake, this is the golden era of Warriors basketball.
Now here's Livingston, covered by Mills. Livingston passes to Durant. Here's Jerebko, and another 3 for Golden State.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now here's Mills. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Gay outside. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And Rudy Gay, Greg, has always been a fantastic scorer since he came into the NBA.
And Gay doesn't do as much scoring as he once did, but he has become more efficient. Doesn't have plays ran for him, gets looks through his instinct. And as he's gotten older, Gay has become even more crafty with how he scores.
Warriors trail by 5. Here's Livingston. 12 points his last outing. Passes to Jerebko. Gay against Durant. Over Gay. And that one's good. Durant. He's got 9.
I think your best option defensively is to try to keep the ball out of Durant's hands, because if he's that close, he will convert.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. More and more, we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Durant. Averaging about 27 points per, 6 assists and 7 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
And that one's good by Gay.
And it's always nice seeing Gabe put it down on the deck, utilizing that speed and just kind of blowing by the defense. Livingston kicks to Jerebko.
Back to Livingston. Pass to Durant. The 15-footer, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Durant's got 11 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And here's Mills for three, and again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Livingston passes to Jerebko. He's looking for Livingston and finds him.
Well, he might be a point guard, but don't sleep on the vertical of Mr. Sean Livingston. You're talking about a big-time athlete.
And here's Mills. He has 5. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Livingston kicks to Jerebko to the inside. Durant, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
You can really tell when Kevin Durant is in the flow because the scoring looks like it's second nature. He's going to go down as one of the all-time best.
Pass to Gay. 1:12 left to play here in the first. Stolen by Durant. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Boy, KD has become such a feared defender, and there creates off his defense an easy opportunity for his teammate.
And here's Mills for 3. It's rebounded by Durant. Warriors trail by 3. Inside, Pirtle with the steal. And Mills kicks to Pirtle. Belinelli against Iguodala. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
For San Antonio, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Belinelli. Both free throws good from Belinelli. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Gay against Durant. To the paint. Here's Mills. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Mills has got 10 points in the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. DeMar DeRozan last season opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench, that's been the difference here so far.
Boy, the bench has been sensational. They've come in, run the offense, and are capitalizing on all opportunities.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Iguodala out there with Livingston. And it's Durant. Then there's Bell. And it's Jerebko in at the power forward. Throw good, Livingston.
Well, think about Shaun Livingston. He seemed to be ahead of the curve from day one. Here's a man who could walk at 7 months, or maybe I should say baby who could walk at 7 months. He was reading by the age of 3, playing basketball by the age of 6, kind of a prodigy, guys.
Livingston hits both of them. And you look at Livingston in high school, 5-star recruit, and already a fan favorite because of the way he played.
Well, Shaun Livingston is an unbelievable passer. He's got great court sense. He's a perfect leadership presence in the locker room. And think about his story, the gruesome injury that certainly took a toll in his career, but the ability to fight back and make yourself an integral part of a team that has now won multiple championships. You talk about great talent, but even tougher mentality.
Gay against Durant, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Well, the length and size of Kevin Durant make him a prime target on the interior. So good at forcing the issue close to the basket. You know, what you love about Kevin Durant is he has established himself as a top 2 player in the NBA. But the reality is he's never forgotten where he's come from. His charity work, his commitment to the communities and to the places that have shaped him. It's really kind of cool, Kevin.
That's good from Durant. And in 2013, there was a series of commercials calling Durant the nicest guy in the NBA.
Well, let's remember, Kevin, at that time he was a beloved figure in Oklahoma City. He remains tight with a number of staff members there just because of the kind of person and the kind of professional he was. What you love about Kevin Durant is he's a top 2 player in the NBA. But in terms of his charity work, he is right there as well.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David.
Boy, Kev, don't you love to watch Andre Iguodala throw himself into the dirty work, gets to the offensive glass, keeps a play alive. Beautiful.
San Antonio calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. Cook's got the ball. Kicks it to Bell. Green finds Thompson. Over Gay. Nice shot by Thompson. And now a 5-point Warrior lead.
Well, you've got to mix up your looks and where you score from. And right now, Klay Thompson, the mid-range jumper, on point.
Gay against Thompson. They get a hand on it. A reverse. Gay kicks to Forbes. To stop the run. And scoring with the play inside is Gay. Gay's got 9.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from three-point range. Spurs trail by 3. Gay outside. And the foul on Jordan Bell. That's his first foul. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Bertans. And the Warriors also making a change. Jones is checked in. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. It's stolen by Jones. And here we go. Warriors running again. Thompson misses.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. I'm not sure how he missed that one.
Ball's knocked loose. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And for that matchup with the Magic, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now looking at this Warriors team, some say the best offensive team in NBA history. Doris, would you agree?
I don't necessarily love comparing over eras. What I would say is they've got one of the best pure scorers ever in Kevin Durant, 2 all-time great shooters in Klay and Steph, and then Draymond Green, one of the best playmaking bigs we've ever seen. I'll tell you, they'd compete with just about anybody.
First one falls for him.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
San Antonio making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. And so he hits both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
White the pass to Gay. Aldridge kicks to White. And there's the pass to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Over Livingston. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Spurs trail by 7. And White kicks to DeRozan. Passes it to Aldridge. Poked loose. Here is Cook. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Now Livingston pulls up on the wing, and he hits the jump shot. And it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Aldridge taking his time here. He dishes it to Gay. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Spurs.
And it's been pretty even between the bigs and smalls here. With the game still in question, we'll see which of these guys can take another step to take over the game.
No good on the free throw.
And when Gay is locked in, he's special. An efficient scorer who can effortlessly take over games.
San Antonio making a switch here. Cunningham's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And here's Golden State. They're on an 18-3 run. Livingston kicks to Thompson. At the elbow, Jones. Clock at 6. Here is Cook. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas. DeRozan scanning the floor. Pass to Cunningham. Here is Forbes. A 3-ball. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Thompson kicks to Cook. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the middle. Cunningham dishes it to Forbes. Jacks up a 3. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Aldridge.
I'll tell you, they're willing to give him that shot, and he takes advantage of it.
Pass to Cook. He kicks it to Thompson. Outside, Jones. Now here's Livingston. DeRozan defending. Thompson against Gay. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Spurs have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Klay Thompson, the 11th pick in the 2011 draft. If you were to do a redraft, you'd have to think he'd go in the top 3.
Well, certainly at least top 3. Kawhi Leonard and Kyrie Irving were both in that draft as well. Listen, what people knew was that Klay Thompson could shoot. Even Klay said he thought he'd be a 3-and-D player in the NBA and perhaps nothing more. You have to think about the athleticism and the work habits that have made him a more well-rounded player. But boy, Klay, big time player.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, there's certain guys where the area of expertise is from long distance. Klay Thompson doing work.
Gay kicks to Aldridge. The dish to Cunningham. Over Green. Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
The pass to Cook. Here's the 3. And it's Green missing. Spurs trail by 6. Here is Forbes. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Gay against Thompson. Gay kicks to Aldridge. Right side, DeRozan. It's over Livingston and misses it off the right side of the rim. Warriors leading by 6. Thompson outside, and Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
Belinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Bryn Forbes. Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Kevin Durant comes in for Ronnie Livingston.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
DeRozan against Durant. DeRozan passes to Cunningham. The 3 from Mills. The Warriors pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Warriors have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. That's good from Cook. Yarebko's checked in for Green. And so Cook nails both of them.
Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bounce pass, Aldridge. Mills with it. He's got 10. Shot clock at 6. And Thompson sends it back.
We know that Thompson is an excellent defender. He does such a good job timing shots for those rejections.
Bucket is good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And Belinelli kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Aldridge. Thompson against Belinelli. To the paint, trying to find Mills, gets it to him. Over Cook. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
Down low, Looney, and he slams it one-handed.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Aldridge dishes to Cunningham. Shot to end this cold run. He can't get that one to fall. So Golden State will take it the other way. Durant against DeRozan. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The offensive prowess of Kevin Durant. We knew it even back in high school, but winning the NBA scoring title at age 21, Doris, that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, in fact, Kevin, becoming the youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's obviously gone on to do it multiple times. And to me, where he's really advanced is his ability to make plays for the teammates around him. Kevin Durant prides himself on affecting winning at both ends of the floor.
One shot, mind the lanes.
.112 left in the first half. San Antonio calls timeout. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
I think one of the things at the top of the list in this timeout discussion has got to be the amount of room they're giving him to operate. You've got to get more bodies on him to try to disrupt his rhythm.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. While we have a quick chance here, let's now take a look at some point guards who have been dead on target from the floor over the course of the past 10 games. DeRozan against Durant. Knocked loose. Bertle, the pass to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by DeRozan.
I'd say there might not be anyone in the league who enjoys a nice opportunity to send it in as DeMar DeRozan. How about the bounce in his step?
Cook kicks to Durant. Here is Cook, covered by Mills. Back to Durant. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Iguodala against Belinelli. Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Mills. 20 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here is Cook, covered by Mills. Here is Cook. Kicks to Durant. Shoots over DeRozan. And that does it for the first half of play. Warriors ahead as they wrap up the second quarter on a 14-4 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Please, a hand at home for them. Clapping for yourselves.
Oh.
A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He ended up with 22 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
We come back to San Antonio now with a look at the world-famous Riverwalk with its restaurants and boats and nightclubs and people. Lots going on. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. Aldridge out there with Cunningham. Then it's White. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. That's the San Antonio 5.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
Cunningham passes to Aldridge. And White kicks to Forbes. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Forbes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
Green taking his time here. Goes up from the top of the key. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
Durant finds Green. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Spurs trail by 12. Forbes the pass to DeRozan. Spurs working the ball around now. Pass to Cunningham. Sinks that one from the post. And or as you watch Kerr, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
And White kicks to Cunningham. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. White the pass to DeRozan. Over Durant. And it's DeRozan missing.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Thompson. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Spurs have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And DeRozan kicks to White. Pass to DeRozan. And here is Aldridge. Clock at 6. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here is Cook. White covering. The pass to Thompson. Sinks the 3-pointer. Thompson's got 7 points for the quarter.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
San Antonio calls timeout.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
And here's the stat sheet on DeMar DeRozan. Just an incredible month of basketball. right around 25 points per, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
He kicks it to Aldridge. Now here's White. Passes it to Forbes. And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's White. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Warriors leading by 15. Cook kicks to Durant. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Jones. 5 on the clock. It's Durant on the wing. DeRozan defending. The Spurs have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field.
To me, DeMar DeRozan had a special year last year, and the reason I say that is he changed his game. We knew he was a great scorer, but what he did was expand his three-point shooting capability, and he became much more of a facilitator. There's a ton to love about DeMar DeRozan.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. Thompson passes to Cook. Back to Thompson. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Spurs trail by 16. And White kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Aldridge. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. So it's the Spurs now. 9 feet out. The Warriors pull it in. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out to the wing. That's tipped. And here's Gay. He's got 10.
Hey, get Rudy on the wing.
Spurs passing it around. Outside, White to the inside. Here's DeRozan. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
A determined scorer down low. We know this about DeMar DeRozan. He is always looking to put pressure on the defense.
And the Warriors can't hang on to the ball. And the Warriors making a change here. Bell's checked in. Gay against Green. Gay kicks to Aldridge. And the pass to White. Here is Forbes. And now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Well, Livingston in space understands how to get in transition and hurt the defense. That's pretty.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Lamarcus Aldridge.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Livingston.
What's extraordinary to me is Sean Livingston nearly didn't have an NBA career because of that horrific injury. But how about the ability to overcome that and be a key part of a team? Truly extraordinary.
It's stolen by Green. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Sean Livingston. Feeds it to Iguodala. Back to Durant. Shoots over DeRozan. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 26 points for Kevin Durant. Spurs trail by 19. Forbes the pass to Pirtle. It's DeRozan with the drive.
Yeah, tremendous scoring on the move, right? Not to take anything away from that spot-up mid-range game, but DeRozan just dynamite getting to the cup.
Durant finds Green. Outside Durant. Passes it to Thompson. Knocked away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Durant. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. And Forbes kicks to Pirtle. DeRozan against Durant. Over Durant. Up again. The shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Dishes to Durant. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Thompson. And Thompson sends it back. Durant against DeRozan. Durant, that's good. Durant's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the middle, here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Well, DeMar DeRozan, an all-star level player. This guy consistently delivers for his team.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
How about Jakob Poeltl, the Austrian center? This guy has forced his way into the rotation and a key part of what his team is doing. There is size and work ethic from the former Ute.
Davis Bertans checks in for the Spurs. Belinelli comes in for Bryn Forbes. Then for the Warriors, Looney's checked in for Draymond Green. Jerebko comes in for Jordan Bell. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Andre Iguodala. And Doris, even with Pirtle's size, perhaps his best attribute is his awareness.
You know what I love about him, Kevin, is he doesn't give up on plays. He's willing to crash the glass, and he's got soft hands and can finish and slip into space on the offensive end.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Belinelli passes to Pirtle. He dishes it to Gay. The three from Mills. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Cook kicks to Jerebko. He feeds it to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Can we remember that Klay Thompson once put 37 in a single 12-minute stretch of NBA basketball? We know he can fill it up.
Here's Gay. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Here is Cook, covered by Mills. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
And so it's Golden State with it. And that one, good. Jerebko's got his 2nd basket of the night.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
Now Mills. 15 points in the game. There's the triple. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Gotta admire the fast release of Gay. Once he has the ball in his hands, he's looking to shoot.
Cook, the pass to Looney. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a look here at the shot chart for Durant.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around, as his energy is contagious out there right now.
He misses the free throw. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. It's stolen by Jerebko. He's feeling it. Good on the shot. And that's now 33 points for Kevin Durant.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Belinelli finds Mills. Down low. 1:19 left to play in the third. Thompson with the bucket.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Gay outside. Off target from outside. Warriors leading by 23. Here's Cook. Another 3 for Golden State.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Now here's Belinelli, defended by Jerebko. They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And it's Cook missing.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Inside, Pirtle kicks to Gay.
Come on, shoot.
Clock at 6. Pass to Mills. From deep three-point range, drills the three-pointer. Mills has got 6 in the quarter.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
You're just assuming at this point every shot he takes, it's going to go in. What a shooting performance.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action after this word. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Now, Greg, he's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Spurs trail by 21. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson and Durant, the deadly shooting wing pair. Looney out there with Yarebko, and it's Cook in at the point. It's Gay on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. He's off on that one. The Warriors shooting extremely well, 62% on the night to this point. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Spurs shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Pirtle off with the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Cook kicks to Durant. Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year. And, you know, with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter or tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin. And I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA-ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you. And Marco Belinelli, a player who has always been able to light it up from outside.
And Belly has been on so many teams in his career, but is always a wanted commodity due to his shooting. Very quick and easy way to add outside shooting to a team. He can honestly play a long time just on how badly teams need shooting in our league.
The free throw drops for Durant.
Now, Kevin Durant is an absolute nightmare for defenses. And if you're the opposing coach and he starts to take over, you've got to be thinking, what am I going to do with this guy?
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Lamarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Cunningham comes in for Bertans, and it's White in for Patty Mills. And Golden State also making a change. Jones is checked in. Durant hits them both. Here's White. Gay outside. Kicks it to Aldridge. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Outside, White. And Jones pulls it down.
He does the hard part, gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
Chalk up two there. And that's now 37 points for Kevin Durant.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Cunningham kicks to White. Belinelli for three, and the call will be against Lamarcus Aldridge. That's foul number 2 for him. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for the Spurs. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to McKinney. Golden State moving the ball around. And Aldridge comes over to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors, Doris. Had those three stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. Success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things. An injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Andre Iguodala had some versatility coming into the league, but Doris, he's now developed into the ultimate chameleon.
Well, Steve Kerr calls Andre Iguodala maybe the smartest player he's ever coached. And think about, since he's entered the league, he's become stronger and a more consistent shooter. He understands exactly what the team needs moment to moment. This guy's completely unselfish, makes the right plays. I mean, this guy is a perfect player for any system.
And Iguodala, no good on that one.
Well, I think the veteran and championship experience of Andre Iguodala is critical. This guy is a versatile forward who is well known for being a defensive stopper.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Outside, White.
Well, this is the long reach of Sean Livingston. He is able to get into the space of shooters and really impede their ability to take a good shot.
Here's McKinney. And Jones slams it home.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance, going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one.
Right side, White. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Doris, last summer we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. You know, it looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League. And you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay, I've recorded that comment. And both free throws good for White. And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for Golden State. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Iguodala, no good. And San Antonio shooting well. They're at 45%. Belinelli against Iguodala. White, left side. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here is Cunningham. He kicks to Pondexter. Just 5 on the clock. From down in the low post, it goes. Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. The pass to Jones. Here's McKinney. Now the dish to Livingston. And it's Quincy Pondexter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced two-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it an official minor league at this point, do you think?
Well, I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a two-way player in Quinn Cook who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this. Here's McKinney. Passes to Livingston. Over White. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 19 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And White kicks to Belinelli. And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
White left side. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Belinelli. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer.
Yes.
And it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Jones kicks to Bell. Shot clock at 6. Iguodala outside. Over Belinelli.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field. Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Cunningham dishes it to Pondexter. Pass to Belinelli. Ball's knocked loose. Iguodala with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Bell. Powered down with both hands.
Listen, we all understand Jordan Bell can get off his feet in a hurry. That is nice.
San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside, White. Kicks to Belinelli. The 10-footer, and the jumper falls for him. Belinelli's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and Belinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Now here's Livingston. White covering. Livingston, that's good.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And San Antonio shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Outside, White. Belinelli against Iguodala. And Belinelli kicks to Cunningham. Connects from three-point range.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, Steve Kerr has talked about the emotional and spiritual fatigue that can set in for a Warriors team that has now played in 4 straight finals. And remember, Steve Kerr knows a thing or two about this from his years with the Chicago Bulls. They simply have to fight through it.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Thompson for the triple. But they get it back. Second chance shot. Misses off the left iron. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Nailed from three-point land.
You hope that's a wake-up call for the defense, boys, because you give them that clean a look and it's over.
Durant kicks to Thompson. That's good from 17 feet away. Thompson's got 16 points here in the second half.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
The pass to Cunningham. Aldridge with it. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. To the inside. Here's DeRozan. And that one is off. Nice D from Durant. Warriors leading by 23. Down low, here's Cook. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Aldridge kicks to White. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
And many thought Lamarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low, the defense really has very little to do with it.
First one falls for him. And the Spurs with some changes. Bertanis, he's checked in for Cunningham. And it's Mills in for Derek White. And then for Golden State, Jordan Bell's checked in for Jones. Looney comes in for Green. And it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. And so Lamarcus Aldridge nails them both. Well, so often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
The feed to DeRozan. Back to Mills. Bertans passes to Aldridge. He kicks it to Mills. To the middle. DeRozan against Durant. Great D that time from Durant. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
Boy, with all the work he did at the offensive end, it seemed to me to take a toll on the defenders. They could neither match his energy nor his intensity.
Here's San Antonio. And Mills kicks to DeRozan. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Bertans. 5 to shoot. And here's Mills for 3. Thompson with the rebound. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Very intense game tonight. How did you guys keep your emotions in check?
Well, we love a physical game, and we're not going to back down from anything. This is a great team. We respect them. They've been playing well this year, but we wanted to come in here and get a win, especially after losing last game.
Yeah, you turned it around and got that W and maybe turned things around. Thanks, KD. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.